everyone, and I thank you guys so much for tuning in to yet another episode of My Orchid Adventures with me, Maria Young. And today I'm very excited to be sharing with you a project that I have that is so simple to do and has so many benefits. As a matter of fact, I think it is going to be so beneficial in the aspect it's going to save me a whole lot of time, energy, and frustration. It is also going to save me a whole lot of space, and also in the end we will have a probability. If we wanted to mount this amazing project, we can do just that, which I do intend to do. So let's go ahead and show you exactly what that project is, and let me show you how simple it is as well. And let's do it right now. Bam, 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 boom, and voila. Here it is, folks. This is the project. Now, didn't I tell you guys that this was going to be a simple project? Well, as you can see, indeed it is. It is so simple, in fact, that if you guys have ever potted up an orchid, then you indeed can do this. Let me just go ahead and give you a little bit more of a backdrop of why I decided to do this, and then we'll get into detail of how I did it, why I did it, and what the benefits are and what the results will be. Now, if you guys have been following my videos, you guys may remember that I did do an episode a while ago in regards to a community container that contained 3 different varieties of orchids. And if you guys want to see that video, you can click right here, and indeed you can see that video now. In one container we had a dendrobium, a cattleya, and also a vanda, and these orchids had been grown together for years, and that's the way that I got them. And the results were the vanda actually appeared to be taking over the container. The roots were so massive and intertwined with the other orchids that it seemed to be literally choking them out. In a community container with different types of plants, what could occur is the fact that they can begin to compete against one another, where the fittest of the plants will survive. And we do see this in cases where we have weeds and also garden plants, where the weeds are so much stronger and more aggressive, they will literally choke out the garden plants and kill them off. So that is what I was afraid of, so I completely took that community pot container apart. So with that being said, you're probably wondering, why in the world do I have a community pot filled with all of these orchids? Because all of these orchids actually come from smaller containers. As you can see, there are a whole lot of small pots right here. 16 pots to be exact, and some of them so small. Look at this. So small, in fact, that the media would dry out so fast. I was watering these orchids like every other day. So you can imagine how much time I was taking and how much energy and frustration was going into watering all of these pots individually. And you can also see how much space I can now conserve without having all of these scattered throughout. So indeed, this is so beneficial and a multi-functional project. And these right here are actually how small some of the keikis and also starter orchids that I had in those pots. I mean, they were teeny weeny, as you can see here. They're like in about 2 inch of pot, and then you're also seeing that they are really tiny, not near blooming size yet. So we're looking forward to waiting at least 3 to 5 years, and I say looking forward as a very big joke, because no one looks forward to that. At least I don't. So 3 to 5 years of the frustration, the time, and the energy that we put into these orchids, and Lord forbid if they don't even last the duration of that time and you lose them. So all of that time and energy wasted, and you would not even gotten a chance to see their beautiful blooms. So folks, I have to tell you, I'm just not willing to invest that time and energy anymore. These are orchids that I do like, but I'm just not so crazy about. I'm not madly in love with them anymore, that I literally want to invest my time and commitment into them. Now again, I do still like them, and they are very beautiful plants, so I intend on keeping them. but I want to make it a way where it's not going to be so tedious for me, not so time consuming, and definitely not so frustrating. So instead of having so many different containers with these plants that I had to take care of, I decided to narrow it down to 2. And indeed, I have planted several orchids in here, but these orchids are actually the same variety. These are Dendrobium phals, and they all have the same types of roots. So I believe that it's not going to cause these plants any harm. And as a matter of fact, we do have to understand that in nature you will see one single tree with a whole bunch of different varieties of orchids, and guess what? They do still maintain and survive. So I'm not worried about these guys, and I believe it is going to be worthwhile for me to do it this way. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at them, and let me explain to you further exactly what my plans are. And here we are taking a closer look at these community pots. And I have to say the pots that I actually chose are pretty big pots. They are about 8 inches wide. And taking a look at the height of the actual pots itself, we will notice that they are pretty shallow in comparison to your regular pots. These pots are actually about 4 inches in height. And the reason why I selected these particular pots, I just thought they would be perfect for this kind of project. It would allow these orchids to easily intertwine and grow together. And because these particular pots right here are pretty shallow in height, it's really going to make the mounting aspect of these orchids pretty simple. Now these pots right here actually contain a good amount of different types of Dendrobium phals, 16 different types to be exact. So as you can see, what I did is I planted these plants pretty closely together, and that was for the reason of wanting to have the roots intermingle, interlock, and also interlace, that eventually within time it would become one mass of an orchid, and again making it an easy mounting project. And the type of kaleidoscope bouquet that this is going to give me, I have to tell you, is going to be such an anticipated and very exciting surprise. Because these orchids in particular, I don't know exactly what they are. Over the years, I did lose their tags, so I have no idea to what colors they're going to bring and what types of flowers they will showcase. Indeed, a wonderful kaleidoscope and also a bouquet of rainbow colors is what we're gonna see here. So this is gonna have so many benefits for us. Again, saving a whole lot of time, energy, frustration, and also being capable of having a great mounting project that is gonna be just quite a display. Now, of course, this is not going to be an overnight project, guys. Unfortunately, it may take a while, and I'm guesstimating about at least a year or more before they are grown together and can be mounted as one unit or one mass. So yes, we are going to have patience, but I believe it is going to be worth our while. And I really have to tell you guys, I am so very excited with this project. I believe it is just going to be so beneficial for me because I'm going to be able to save some time, energy, frustration, and also conserve some space. And not to mention the fact that we are going to find a pot of gold at that rainbow, because in the end we are going to have a beautiful mount. What a wonderful surprise that will be, and I have to tell you, I am so very excited. And there you have it, folks. That is a complete orchid conserving space, time, energy, and frustration mounting project. Now you guys have to let me know exactly what you guys think about this project, and also if you guys have ever done a project like this, please let me know what your experiences were and also what were your results, because I am so curious, and you guys go ahead and post those results below. And I thank you guys so much for tuning in to yet another episode of My Orchid Adventures with me, Maria Young. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And also, folks, I am on Facebook as well at My Orchid Adventures. And if you guys want to write or send me something, you can do that at the address below. Also, I'm on eBay as well, so check me out because I have some fabulous orchids there. Now, as you guys already know, I truly do love you guys all. Mwah!